Hi everyone, it's MAREE here, founder of Beauty and Seoul. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I thought I would do a comparison of two new sunscreens. These are actually sun serums, or one is a sun serum and one is a sun essence. So the first one I'm going to compare is the Dr. Althea. This is their Cica Relief Sun Essence, which launched, I believe, a few months ago. And then I also have the Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Moist Sun Serum. So this launched when I was in Korea in early May. And I think sun serums are becoming very popular. We've seen obviously the rise of sun protection in general, and then we saw the sun sticks, so lots of popular sun sticks. And now for this summer, it seems to be sun serums or lighter weight gel formulations. So probably more suited for oilier skin types. So I'm gonna compare these two products because I posted on my Instagram and a lot of you were interested about these. So if this is helpful or you have any more questions, let me know in the comments and let's get stuck in. So first of all, what's noting is both of these are manufactured by the same company, which is Cosmax. So in Korea, there's two main manufacturers, Kolmar and Cosmax. And why this is worth highlighting is this is probably the reason why both formulations are very similar. If you look at the back of the ingredients box, in Korea, if a product is sold in Seoul, it needs to say exactly the company that manufactured it. So you can see that actually says manufactured by Cosmax. But actually, if you look at the concentrations of ingredients, it's very similar. They also both use the same UV filters. So that explains the similarities of both of these. For those of you that are very into the K-beauty world, you probably remember in 2020 there was a whole drama around sun protection not showing the correctly stated UV or the UV range that it was marketed at. So that didn't just affect Purito sunscreen back in the day, but also Keep Cool. I think Claire's was a victim of it as well. But there was many sunscreens, and that's basically because it was manufactured by the same company. So that's kind of how the K-beauty industry works in general. A lot of brands get their products manufactured by a company such as Cosmax, and then we'll just tweak the ingredients. So for example, the Beauty of Joseon, the main ingredient is ginseng, whereas for the Dr. Althea, the main ingredient is Cica. I would say in general, this type of formulation or this type of sun protection is best suited for those in oilier climates, oilier skin types, or those in more humid climates. And actually, when I was speaking to Dr. Althea, I think when they marketed this, it was very popular in Southeast Asian countries, so you know, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore. I think these sun serums are probably more geared towards them. I have a feeling that in Europe we much prefer a little bit more of a nourishing, hydrating sunscreen, but still with an elegant finish and formulation. But it is worth noting, if you have drier skin types such as myself, then these sun serums may not be the best sun protection for you. And as most of you know, if you are into your skincare, you should be reapplying your sun protection every few hours anyway. Even though it says sun essence, sun serum, you should still be using these as a final step in your skincare routine. So don't substitute this as a serum. Make sure that you're using it as you would a sun cream. It's basically, I think the name sun serum, sun essence is basically to indicate the type of consistency that this product has, which I will show you when I swatch them. If we look at the Dr. Althea, the first thing that struck me is the packaging. So you twist the top and a little pump comes out. It is worth noting that both of these formulations contain alcohol and essential oils, and I know when Beauty of Joseon launched their sun serum on Instagram, it was met with a lot of angry comments, and yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a load of abuse for this, but personally, I don't find a problem with brands using essential oils. Very few people actually have sensitivity, like a really bad sensitivity to essential oils, but I think in the age of fragrance-free and everyone prefers that, a lot of people with extremely sensitive skin are a little bit apprehensive about using them. So if you do have sensitive skin, I would just recommend swatching a little bit of the product on the inside of your wrist or your arm, which is a really sensitive skin area, and see after 24 hours if you notice any redness or itching. I have quite sensitive skin, but honestly both of these were fine with me. In terms of alcohol can impair your skin barrier in high dosage, and with regular use it can dry out your skin and therefore cause cracks, which can impair your skin barrier. However, it is worth noting, especially for the Beauty of Joseon, the percentage of alcohol is relatively small. I think it comes midway on the ingredients list. But on the other hand, for Dr. Althea, alcohol is listed as the second ingredient. So it is worth bearing in mind. Like I said, I think these are more suited for oilier skin types, but if you have sensitivity to essential oils or alcohol, then bear that in mind. So like I mentioned, both of these use the same UV filters. So they both use Uvinol A+, which protects against UVA range of UV rays, and also Tinosolv S, which basically protects against both UVA and UVB rays. Both of these are marketed as SPF 50, and actually both companies have shown both Korean and European verification of the required UV protection and SPF value. So I think that's basically just to give a lot of people confidence following the whole issue that arose. Anyways, bringing me back to the Dr. Althea. So like I said, I really like the packaging of this one. I think it's really sleek. Obviously this one came out first and is marketed as a sun essence. You can kind of see it's got like a greenish tint to it. I think that's basically to represent the main ingredient, which is Centella asiatica. But this one also contains other soothing ingredients such as panthenol and hyaluronic acid, and it also contains niacinamide as well. Despite alcohol being the second ingredient listed on this one, I actually found this one more nourishing and hydrating than the Beauty of Joseon. The Beauty of Joseon, as you will see when I swatch that one, dries down very quickly. I think those with oilier skin types will really like that one. But as you can see with the Dr. Althea, it still leaves a little bit of a finish. It's not sticky at all. It does absorb very quickly, but it still leaves a little bit more of a subtle glow that I didn't find as much with the Beauty of Joseon. So like I said, both of these contain essential oils, but for the Dr. Althea, this one contains bergamot oil and lavender oil. So if you do have sensitivity to either of those ingredients, then bear that in mind. And the essential oils are different in the Beauty of Joseon, which I will go into next. So like I said, if you look at the ingredients of the Beauty of Joseon, it's very similar, but the main ingredient is ginseng, which comes in the form of ginseng berry and ginseng root, which basically contains high percentages of saponin. Now, saponin is a very nourishing ingredient. It's known for its anti-aging properties, which is why a lot of ginseng infused skincare is normally marketed as anti-aging or kind of like a revitalizing skincare line. Like I said, this one does contain alcohol, but it comes further down in the ingredients, so therefore at a lower concentration than the Dr. Althea, and it does contain essential oils in the form of bitter orange oil and jasmine oil. Sorry, I was just checking my notes. Jasmine oil. So again, if you do have any sensitivities towards those two particular ingredients, then it is worth bearing in mind. Personally, I find this one a lot more lightweight in consistency. So obviously the alcohol included helps with the spreadability, which you'll find in both of them, but this definitely dries down to a more kind of semi-matte finish. So I think, like I said before, probably more suited for those with oilier skin types. But yeah, really there's nothing too dissimilar of these two. Both of them, like I said, contain the same UV filters. They both contain alcohol and essential oils, which is something to watch out for if you do have extremely sensitive skin. It basically just comes down to, I would say, the finish that you both like. I will say both of these work really well under makeup. I had no pilling at all when I tried them. Or if you do have a preference of ingredients, so obviously Cica or ginseng.